I'm Gabby Lamb.
And I'm Harper-Rose Drummond.
And you're listening to Tea Time, where we talk about the nastiest, dirtiest,
naughtiest, wildest secrets.
Enjoy. This is the last day of 2021.
This is the last day of 2021. We're spending it all together.
This.
And
that's what day we are on currently.
Yeah.
Yes, but this is going to come out.
You'll see this in the future.
Year.
The day that this comes out doesn't exist yet, but that will be in the new year.
And that is how time works.
That is how time works.
This is a science podcast.
Lee had COVID.
Lee did have COVID.
I did have COVID.
Oh, guess what? And Lee also had COVID the last time we shot the podcast.
I had active COVID the last time we recorded.
And somehow we didn't get it.
No.
But Lee had
did not get it. Yeah. We were in an active COVID room.
We were
COVID
in an active
den,
COVID room.
as you said.
Yeah.
Welcome to the COVID den.
Yeah, honey.
Mm-hmm.
And that's on bionic pussies not getting COVID.
Our bionic pussies did not get COVID. We went through all 2021 without getting COVID, unless I have it right now and I don't know.
Yeah, unless we are contacting it, unless we're picking it up right in this very second.
Wouldn't it be contracting?
Contracting?
I don't think you are.
I don't think we are either. But
I feel like if anything, you're getting it from me because I just went to Catalina Island and spent.
I saw that. It looked like a lot of fun.
It looked
It's a lot
really
of fun.
cute.
Yeah.
Thanks. I probably got COVID there, so.
Love to see it. Probably from that cat.
We're all getting it
Yeah.
now, so.
Yeah, well, you're good.
I feel like
you're
it's
done.
coming for, it's.
You're lucky.
Gabby and I have gone 2 years without getting it that we know of.
Unless I got it at the very beginning of COVID, which I kind of think I did.
Oh, yeah, you might have had it then.
But who knows? Everybody thinks I had it then.
Right.
So here we are.
Honestly, it wasn't fun. It wasn't a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he watch any cute shows?
I could use another week off. I could use another 10 days.
Just tell people
Really?
that you have COVID again.
I think
You just
I
get
might.
it again.
Yeah,
Get
I
all
think
the
I might.
strains.
Yeah. Yep.
That's it. Yeah.
I
think
love
that's
that.
the plan.
Did you get boosted?
No, I didn't.
We
I
literally did
fucking-
it because of you.
I fucking I tried. I don't read dates right ever, and I made an appointment and I thought it was for that day, and it was 2 weeks later. I don't know.
Fuck.
Okay, Lee.
Well, we just
Yeah.
walked up in there.
You just walk in.
You just walk
and-
in, you make an appointment for like an hour ahead. You
Okay.
get your jokes off.
Here's my next thing. Nobody wants to fucking hear us talk about COVID because it's all we've been talking about for the past year. So
No, but I actually do have something important to talk
but
about.
we are glad that Lee's
Okay.
okay.
And Lee.
Well, you can see me now. Hi.
Oh, that's actually
Wait,
a
where
huge...
do we point to you?
Oh well, I'm right in here.
That's his camera.
That's
and
his
then
camera.
for the intros, Gab, we always go to this camera.
Right. And I forget that every time.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And then you just only talk to this one, but it's
Yeah.
to this one.
It's
But
okay.
Lee, you
Oh,
did
good. And they're doing real quick. They are doing work next to your place.
We do have a significant amount of construction going on.
Great.
I
love
don't
that.
think you'll be able to hear it, but if you do, apologies in advance.
Thank you, Lee.
It's either the leaf blowers or the construction. Like
Truly.
they're always trying to like get in on the pod.
Yeah. they are.
Yeah, you know, everybody wants to be on a podcast. these
That
days.
actually is true.
So before we get into our paranormal stories, what would you like to address?
Lee, I'm saying this with love and light, but
Lee is the worst texter.
this is an intervention for you, Lee. I don't
It
know
is.
who out there uses punctuation when you text, but my dear Christ, you got to cool it on the periods. This was from today. I'm going to read this out.
This really is an intervention.
This actually is.
so a
Gabby
brief-
and I talk about it.
We're giving you a
Oh my
briefing before we
God.
get into it.
Okay,
Lee,
all right.
we're all in a group chat for the podcast, and because we all love each other. So Lee texts with very accurate punctuation. Which are you writing an essay?
Okay, so I'm going to give you guys an example. So this is
Yeah.
from today, Lee. This is okay. You said, "How about we open the show, then get him on the phone to open the stories?"
It's not
I
okay.
said-
Okay.
No,
okay,
no, no.
wait,
Wait, I'm
wait.
finishing, and I go.
Did he do a comma or a period?
No.
He did an exclamation point. Sorry,
I
he
use a
did
lot of commas. I know I use a lot of commas.
Honey, let's first of all, everyone in this room is on acid because it was a question mark. And I said, I kind of want us to do a little intro. Like
That's
it can
what
be short.
Open the fucking show means.
Okay, you're getting defensive. and then you said that, and actually, well, you said that, but you said it in this tone. That's what I meant by open the show. Period.
Yeah, it is.
And I said, okay, because I got a little spicy. And then I was like, okay, don't be spicy to Lee. And then I sent you a little eye emoji. And then I said, ... Lee, ... And you go, yes, ? And I said, the
Yes.
periods are stressful, LMAO. And then you laughed like a goblin. I can't.
Yeah, he did.
And then this is how you text. You'll always be like, I will see you girls here at 1
Well, let's hold
period.
on.
Come on. That's
No, we're gonna-
that's my tone.
Salutations,
Yes, it is.
girls.
Let's read some more of your text.
Yeah, scroll.
Here,
Yes,
okay.
no. Lee, I can just imagine you trying to like make a plan with a woman, and you go, "Hey, shall I
Oh
pick
my
you
God.
up?
All
at
right.
Would you like to
No,
meet? Would you
because
like to meet at dawn?
Tonight we ride."
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
yeah.
First,
Okay.
I have it. My texting has been pointed out to me in the past, but not specifically the punctuation. I
Honey,
didn't
the
realize that
punch.
that's what was wrong.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's no. I can't get any sense. You know, when you text people, you can kind of get a sense of like who they are.
yeah.
Lee is. Are you texting?
It's
somebody
very
who's
sterile.
Yeah. Is he getting you a deal? Is he?
Yeah. I like, hey
Yeah.
Lee, I had a lot of fun today! ! Maybe an emoji.
Thank you. I did 2 period.
Thank you. Period. I will see you next
Okay.
week.
Can I
I'm like,
can I defend myself? A little
Yeah,
bit?
you can, but it's not going to work.
yeah. Because I got
Mine-
15 more jokes.
I
locked
also
and
have
loaded.
another one queued up.
Okay, wait.
Let him
All right,
defend.
no,
Okay.
Do you want me to defend myself first, or go for it?
Okay, I'll get this one out of the way.
Get it
Yeah.
out.
Also, big deal. Lee
Yeah.
is celebrating a year sober, so he does let us know that. That's a big deal.
Yes, that's a huge deal.
Sure.
Congratulations.
And he goes, so we're trying to figure out when we should see each other. You and I are chaotic when we text. We're just like, like exclamation points all over the
Yeah,
place.
it's like 15 texts in a row.
Yeah. We're trying to decide on when we should meet up. And Lee goes, alrighty. I don't mean to be a nerd, but Wednesday is the 5th period. Because I was like, I'm traveling the 6th and the 8th. I don't know what that was about.
Well, because you said we were recording on the 4th, right? And so I was like, well, when we usually record on Wednesdays. Wednesday's the 5th. Do you want to record on the 4th, or do you want to record on the 5th?
Emotionally, when you
Are you
send a
traveling?
period, it is equivalent of someone throwing an egg in my face.
Yeah, it is.
If someone getting a tomato and bopping me on the head.
Yeah, it
See,
is.
I just don't see. That's a you problem.
Oh no.
Oh,
no,
now
no.
that is some AA shit right there.
That honestly is. But no, because my friend Bryce used to.
No, when you text like that, it's always your problem.
How
yeah,
is
I know
that
it
my
is.
problem?
No, that is your problem.
No. See,
No, it is.
I don't.
Wrong.
No. See,
Eh.
What I don't get is you know me now, and how you still think that I have an
Lee,
attitude.
the tone today. That's what opened the show.
Okay,
means.
you literally woke me up. B,
Well, top of the morning to you, Mr. Grouch.
B, I don't understand how punctuation comes off as
Curt.
aggressive.
It comes off as curt and aggressive.
Curt
I
and
don't-
aggressive.
Okay, literally,
Curt.
it's
Tart.
literally the periods happen on the iPhone when you just double click the space bar.
Has never
So
happened to me.
Hey, who's double clicking the space button?
It's just how
This
I write.
is not a work memo, Lee. Leedle.
I write all my emails. I do everything on my phone.
Lee,
so
if you
it's like-
email me, I hope to God there's a period. But when you text me,
Exactly.
I shall see you later.
It's all the
yeah.
same. It's all the same communication. to
When
me.
you text, I want fucking
I'm
gifts.
hot.
I want
I'm
gift-
hot right now.
I want gifts.
mean-
I want slang.
I want slang.
fuck you, bitch. I want fucking capital letters, lower
I want you
letters.
to send the poop emoji.
Yes,
I want you to say
scrambled
love
words.
you
It's not, I don't
with the letter U. I want you to misspell words. I want you.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, look
Misspell
at he's
a word.
breaking out into hives.
I literally am.
I know.
He hates this.
I know.
He hates
But
this.
Lee, I'm
He
just
is going
trying
to relapse during this episode because of this.
Fuck.
No, I'll try. I don't know what to tell you. I'll try.
No, it's okay. It's okay. But can you at least just like send? Okay, let's compromise.
Yeah.
I think this is like a good intervention because it's like we're addressing the prob. You might not say it, but we're addressing the prob. But I feel like if you're gonna keep using periods, like so, then you should include a little GIF or like a little emoji, like a
Or
little
a smiley. At least a
little-
smiley.
like a smiley sun.
Yeah,
That's
give us a
adding
smiley.
A lot of time. That's like
Okay, Lee,
now I
you're
have to
you're
search
breaking our
GIFs.
spirits over here.
you're
we literally
breaking
stretch.
my spirit.
Period.
Now I have to have a period.
Yeah,
Because
period.
because I don't even know how to fix this because
Period.
it's so because it's so subconscious
Comma.
that I
Yeah.
don't know how to fix this.
Period.
Like
I've already trained one man out of it, and I will do it again. So help me.
It is an interesting thing.
Honestly, you're probably right because I think that's why I never get anywhere on online dating. Never.
That's exactly why.
And it's exactly
Gabby brought
why.
that up.
Exactly
Yeah.
why.
It's exactly
It's
why.
because of the punctuation. 'Cause if
Nice
somebody-
picture. Period.
I used to kind of date a guy who would text me with punctuation too, and I would be like, "What are you doing?" And it was like, it stressed me out the way that he would text, but he was like so funny and cool in real life. But then like texting, I was like, "Do you hate me?" And he'd be like, "No, comma, why?" Question mark. And I'd be like, "What? Why? Why are you
Let's
punctuating
pick this
like this?"
conversation
It's
up at
just
noon.
writing. It's just writing. I'm just writing.
But then you need to date a fucking English major because
Yeah, or like
this shit
someone who's very like literal and
borderline autistic.
Yeah.
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 I'll ask my brother if he knows anyone.
Fuck Lee. Fuck. Okay, so that's our confrontation with Lee and his
Yeah.
texting.
I'm glad that we got that aired
I'll
out.
try.
I feel better. You might feel worse, but in time you will feel good.
Do you ever do like an LMFAO?
No.
Well,
do you ever
that's where
say,
you're fucking up.
"Bitch, you got me silly"?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
No.
You got me giggling, boo.
I do like a haha.
Do you ever
Or
say?
I do the fucking cringy millennial laugh emoji.
Okay, that's cute.
No, it's not.
No, well, because the skull's in now. Yeah, the laugh emoji's out unless you're being
I
ironic.
have started to do the skulls. That's new.
Mm-mm.
Do you ever go when someone makes you laugh? Do you ever go, "Oh my god, you have me hissing, pissing, coming, throwing up, bleeding"?
Shitting, farting,
and,
sharding.
And I didn't even know about it until you guys, and I've heard it elsewhere now.
Well, you have to do
Yeah.
that too. Shitting, pissing, coming,
okay.
farting.
I'll try.
When a girl makes you laugh on, I don't know, Tinder, you say, "Oh my god, I am literally coming and shitting right now." She'll come back for more.
Say, "I just removed my rib so I can."
Suck my own dick 'cause I'm laughing so hard. I'm laughing and coming
Girls
so
will be
hard.
enchanted by that.
Okay. All right. I'm taking notes.
So let's get back to today's topic.
Ew, we got a spooky one today. Boo.
So we decided to go with paranormal stories.
Yeah.
And I know that that's not everybody's cup of tea because I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, fuck that. I don't believe in paranormal stories."
Then they are boring.
I, for one, am a skeptic. I've never had a ghost experience. I've never had even anything close to a paranormal experience. I wish. Never have. And it's hard for me to believe that kind of shit actually exists. And I watch all those fucking ghost.
You do. I feel like you. That's interesting
watch
that
all
you're
this
saying you're
haunted shit.
skeptical. I thought you were like a firm believer in it.
Well, I am.
You've done the Ouija board.
I've done the Ouija board. I've done all of it. But like, there's still a part of me that's like, this can't be real. These are just brain games. But I watch all this haunted shit. I listen to haunted shit.
Yeah,
And we thought, this would be a good episode, spooky stories. And we got some really good ones today.
I'm excited. Lee, have you ever had a ghost experience or paranormal encounter?
Not really. I've always been like afraid of it. It's always been something that scares me, but I don't think I've had
Yeah.
any real experience. The last building I lived in Maine, I know there was a lot of ODs in that building. It was like
Whoa,
a
really?
notorious place where people
Fuck.
there was a lot of drugs going on in there
Whoa.
for like decades, and so it definitely felt a little creepy, but
Whoa.
nothing really extravagant.
You never had any like experiences.
No, but I do believe it when I see it on video.
Yeah.
I do believe it.
I just
Do you
think,
guys
why
believe it?
not? Yeah, I do.
Yeah. But
actually-
I still have that thing of like, but what if this is fake? But I do believe it.
Okay, I can't. But here's the thing. I had one. Okay, well, I dated a guy when I was in my early 20s, and he was a firm like ghost denier. And so I made some shit up because I was like, I didn't like how sure he was. And so I'm like, "I see ghosts all the time." And I'm like, all right, now I'm coming off like I need to be institutionalized. But I actually got my first encounter when I moved in with Gab. Summer.
I still don't believe it.
Oh
I
my
want to
God.
believe it, but I don't believe it.
Dude, you literally even said that you felt some weird shit in my room.
I don't know.
The door, my closet door opens randomly. Like it's firmly shut and it'll just creak all the way open.
I don't believe it.
It's so fucking scary. And then also one time I woke up and I felt like someone was like rolling me in the blanket like a burrito, and then there was nothing there. And I like my covers were like completely normal, but it really felt like someone was like wrapping me up.
See, those are the ones I do believe when I see them. Like you see, like people's like feet get pulled and stuff.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, those are the ones that I do believe when I see. When people move, when things move, I don't really. I'm like,
What would fuck me up right now is if like something just fell. Like if your fucking picture frame like scooted out and fell, obviously,
if it like went
If
3 feet off the
yeah,
wall,
if
and then
it,
fell.
Yeah.
if it floated across your
If it
living
float-
room,
Yeah, we have to
open
see
your door and
floating.
left, then I would believe in it.
We give me floaters or give me nothing.
Give me floaters or give me nothing.
Well, our friend Blair was just staying with us, and she's a hilarious comic from New York, and she went to SCAD in Savannah, which is like I guess one of the
Great
most
school.
haunted cities in America.
Is it?
Yeah, she was just telling me that, and her friend showed her videos of shit flying off the walls and like the couch being just like moved. But yeah, just like being pushed, because Blair didn't believe it either. She was like, no, that's not real. And then her friend showed her a video of the couch just being
in their apartment.
Yeah, and she like set up cameras. I just feel like why say no? Why say no to ghosts, aliens, all that? Like,
No, why say no? But I still, deep in my heart, I'm like, I still question it.
that's no, because you were literally
I'm
all up on
gung
that
ho.
Ouija
No,
board.
I am gung ho about Ouija board. I'm gung ho about all the paranormal stuff. But I still make me say gung ho one more time. I'm fucking gung ho about all of it. But I still, a little part of my brain is like, is this real?
I
Or
do believe it.
we all have borderline?
Yeah, or do we all have borderline brain damage?
Let's read some stories and find out if they do.
Also, I do want to call my dad because my dad has a really interesting story about. We'll get into that in a little bit.
Okay.
But my dad has a story, and we're gonna call him, put him on speakerphone, and he has a story about some premonition death shit.
I can put him through the thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and we can like.
Should we warm up with him, or should we just get into the stories?
No, let's do a couple stories.
Okay,
first.
okay, we'll get into the stories. And we'll start off with one of my favorite ones because it's both yummy, flirty, and ghosty.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. It's titled A Haunted Hookup.
Oh.
I know. Greetings, Gabby, Harper-Rose, and Lee. Okay, well, you're giving Lee energy right now already with this email.
I still don't see what's wrong.
Oh,
First
that
off,
is even
but this is
worse.
okay because this is an email, and anyway.
Period.
Yeah, first off, I just want to say y'all make my life so much more tolerable. Okay, this is cute. She's complimenting us. Love to see it. Okay. Also, fans of you two in real life. Lee, I think we would be fast friends as well.
Okay.
I'm going to second that with all this punctuation.
Yeah.
Anyway, this
Found
is
a
a
match.
wild, chilling, quite literally haunted tale that Harper has heard details of. But I don't believe I've had the pleasure of telling Gabby. This is one of Harper's friends.
Oh, okay. This is going to be good.
Yeah,
This is gonna
I
be
wrote
good.
in this story to another podcast 2 years ago and sadly had to censor all the great parts because the girl who runs it is definitely Mormon or at least raised Mormon. So she doesn't swear and doesn't like to talk about sexy things too explicitly. So I'm calling it a redo. Here's the unfiltered story and I'm calling it A Haunted Hookup.
Yes.
I don't know if I was supposed to read all that, but whatever. I'll preface this by saying I've never had an encounter with a ghost before this, and I haven't since. I have an insane psychic sense and definitely had ancestors and guides visit me in dreams and meditation, but nothing I would have ever identified as a ghost. There is absolutely no doubt in my mind that this was real. I was raised in suburban Chicago that was founded in 1866. I think she meant to say house, but let's go with house. And I lived there until I left for college when I was 18. Lots of old homes and history in this town. I believe this story happened on my first spring or summer break back from college. I was enjoying an afternoon nap in the chair in our little family reading room, which was right next to the kitchen. It was around sunset when I opened my eyes. I remember the room looking so beautiful and serene, full of golden light. I could see my mom in the kitchen getting dinner ready. I saw she had made some homemade lemonade. We love Midwest moms. So I wanted to get up and pour myself some. I realized I could not move my body at all. My eyes could move, but I was completely paralyzed. I now realize this is what people call sleep paralysis, but I hadn't experienced it before and I haven't since. I know a lot of people mention feeling very anxious or frightened during sleep paralysis, but I remember a feeling of complete peace, safety, and warmth. Very unlike me, because this era was pre-anti-anxiety meds for me. I hear you, sis. My eyes moved to the corner of the room where I saw a figure start to appear. She was dressed in Victorian era garb, a bustle skirt, high neck blouse, buttoned boots, big hat, the whole nine. She was completely white, almost powdery or dusty looking. Her face was plain, definitely forgettable. Okay, roast.
Okay, wow.
Roasted this ugly
Wow. She said this boring
Yeah, she
fucking
said this
dusty
fucking
bitch.
boring Victorian
sauntered
bitch. Yeah,
in.
you dusty. Okay,
Okay, you dusty, humbled bitch.
this
okay.
is how I know it was not a dream because my imagination would have come up with a way hotter looking ghost. Okay,
The person writing this in, by the way, is a 10.
she is.
Yeah.
The woman was a plain Jane, honey.
Okay, drag her to. She's
I know,
already dead.
She's already dead. I know.
You just killed her again.
Bury her, sis.
Fuck.
Bring her back to life and bury her.
God, piss on her grave. Okay.
She is. Okay. She had a peaceful smile on her face. This all sounds so creepy, but I swear in the moment something came over me and I was totally at ease. So she comes in with her dusty face.
Because she wasn't threatened by this basic looking girl.
Yeah, and she comes in
Ghost.
Okay. Yeah, she's not threatened. She started to come towards me slowly, continuing to smile softly. That's cute. That's
That's
a
how
soft
Gabby and I
smile.
greet each other in the mornings.
Hello, hunk.
Hello, honk.
Lee
Our
would-
plain
Lee would
faces
like that. Yeah.
covered in dust.
Dusty, plain faces. Okay. She started to come towards me slowly, continuing to smile softly. I couldn't move. I was laying on this chair with my legs and feet stretched out on an ottoman. Once she got close
It's
to
giving
me,
pap smear.
once she got close to me, she bent down slowly, continued to smile at me until she started munching me
Not so basic now, huh?
through my clothes without me moving. Oh, it gets better.
It does.
Y'all, I am telling you, this ghost could munch. The sensation was nothing like I had ever felt. Obviously, I was like 18 or 19 and had been hooking up with college boys with no skills. I'm now 27 and still haven't felt anything like it. And I am getting sick of making excuses for these people I sleep with. I got
Drag them, bitch!
I got
Through the mud on their face.
Yeah, I know. She really is.
She's verbally curb stomping everyone she's ever
is.
hooked up with.
I got the best head of my life from a Victorian ghost woman. I had never enjoyed oral sex before then. It straight up hurt or just felt like somebody was licking my arm or cheek or something. It was never really pleasurable. And this was, wow, I was being blasted to the goddamn moon. It was so good. The happy, warm feelings of safety continued to wash over me as she was going to town.
Is it wet in here or is it just me? Honey.
That's just you.
Okay.
She would
No, Leah's too. Okay.
she would even take moments to make eye contact with me while she was munching. What a naughty ghost.
What a little treat. And that's on Moaning Myrtle.
And it is. She was looking up at you with her dusty, powdery face while you're laying there on the fucking ottoman.
She goes, "You're not going to misjudge me, sweetie."
No, she's not.
so plain now.
Not
Yeah.
so plain now.
She's a
Okay.
fucking pussy hound.
What a naughty ghost. I realized I started to make noise and wanted to moan very loudly, but remember that my mom was in the next room. I could still see her cooking and moving around. I had to try very hard not to make any noise. And occasionally I would let out a little moan here and there because I couldn't help it. Miss Girl was blowing my mind. Eventually, I reached a glorious climax. Miss Ghost stood up, looking pleased, gave me one last smile, and faded back into the corner where she came.
Wow.
I sat there for what felt like maybe 2 or 3 minutes, then I realized I could move again. I slowly got up. She's soaking wet. I slowly got up, went into the kitchen for some lemonade, and tried to gauge if my mom had heard anything. She acted normal, so I think I was the only one who knew what had happened. To this day, she has no idea that I was getting slurped up by a dead lady in the family reading room. I never saw her again. Anyway, the only other person who has made me come from eating me out or doing anything else was this man, and he literally farted bare asshole out while doing it. So I haven't been very lucky since that fateful day of ghostly afternoon delight. Hoping that in 2022 I can get my clit rocked again. Pray for me. Yes.
Oh, what a fucking
What
icon.
a way to start.
What a
delightful way to start.
Oh my God. She listens to this every Sunday. I fucking love you, girl. We got to hang out again. Oh my God.
Fuck.
That is so fucking funny.
Yeah, that is really fucking funny.
And she did date someone who was always fucking farting.
I just can't. A Victorian ghost. So she's been like waiting around your house for you to get old enough to eat her out.
Yeah, she waited till the proper
like
age. She goes, high school, I'm going to lay off. College girl. Yeah.
Let me get my hands on that sweet, sweet pussy.
Yeah.
And she did.
And that's on the Sex Lives of College Girls. That is wild.
That is an insane, or was it just a wild, wet dream? But she's like, no, this was fucking real. So we're going to go with believing it.
Yeah. I've heard this story before. I've never gotten all the details like that, but I've heard the story before and it is wild, but I believe it.
Have you ever gotten your dick sucked by a ghost?
No, I have not.
There's still time.
Yeah, there is. Huh.
We got
I'll
Lee
hope
crystals
I'll
for
hope and
Christmas.
pray. Yeah.
Huh?
I'll manifest it.
Yeah, I was going to say we got you crystals for Christmas. So use those to manifest some spooky.
That is wild. A lesbian Victorian pussy eating
A
ghost.
plain Jane pussy hound.
Oh my
Just
God.
coming to fucking slurp and
I
gobble.
wonder if we did some research on your house, if we could find out who was living there.
Yeah.
Time to look into it.
We have to look into it.
Okay, next one. Hello. First off, I just wanted to say I'm a huge fan of the podcast. This story is pretty dark and starts with some trauma. Completely understand if you don't want to read it. No,
We
need to.
We actually
when it starts
do.
with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not the best storyteller, but I'm gonna try. Doesn't matter, honey. Just let
You're
it go.
perfect.
Yeah, you're perfect. When I was little, my father started to lose his grip on reality. When my parents divorced, he decided to explore Santeria. He had the intention of cursing my mother to be alone for the rest of her life. Creepily enough, it's been 22 years and she hasn't dated since. Weird. This was the start of a downward spiral. It soon became obvious that something had attached itself to him. He started losing it, rambling about the devil, and telling my aunt that something was coming for him. I remember a realistic painting he had. It scared the hell out of me. The eyes would follow you. Not like Mona Lisa, but they would stare into you in a way I can't even properly describe. One night, I was at my dad's, and he was out of his mind, walking into walls and just really wasn't there. It was late at night, and I was standing in the room with the painting. I was on the complete opposite side of the room, and the painting came off the wall and somehow landed right in front of it. So it came off the wall and landed like right in front of the wall, or
Wait, it came off and landed right in front. So
I wonder if she meant to say me. Yeah.
Yeah.
He standing in the room with the painting. She was on the complete opposite side. The painting came off the wall and somehow landed right in front of it.
Okay.
That's the kind of shit that I want to see. That's what'll make me a believer.
Oh. Okay. Well, I agree. Like that would definitely like solidify, but I don't want to see that.
I do.
I'm not trying to fucking see that.
I do want to see that. Okay, so
Twisted.
it flew several feet away from the wall to get there. So maybe it did land in front of her. Maybe that's what she meant to say. It flew several feet away from the wall to get there. That's insane. See, I believe that.
That is exactly what you said you want.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
I would just honestly run into traffic if that happened. That would scare the fuck out of
It would
me.
be so fucking scary.
Yeah.
My mom was so afraid of this painting, she needed help to get rid of it later on. What the fuck was it? After this night, my dad started sleeping with Bibles. His rambling about how the devil wanted his soul became more frequent. I definitely believe there was some serious mental health problems that were never properly assessed. But there's one more thing that happened that made me believe that something paranormal was at play. My aunt was the one to take care of him through this process. She was completely skeptical of all things paranormal. One day, my dad was in the living room with his Bible. She watched him set it on the table gently, and as soon as it touched the table, the glass shattered.
Nope.
He looked at her and told her they were coming for him. This continued to go further downhill until the end came. A lot of people find the actual ending to this shocking, so I'll keep it to myself. Oh, I wish you had told us. Oh,
You better write back in and tell
Write
us
back
about
in
it.
and
Yeah,
tell us.
Tell us.
because we don't care if people find it shocking. We want to know. To this day, it's hard for me not to believe that something was haunting him. He left journal entries behind that I read later in life, full of Bible verses, confessions, and pleas for forgiveness. Needless to say, I steered clear of black magic after all of that. Hopefully, this wasn't too much. It was. I want more.
No, we wanted more. Oh my God.
That was perfect.
I feel like
That-
it's safe to assume that your dad passed.
Mhm.
Sounds.
That's
as
what
if
it
he passed.
sounds. Sorry for your loss.
Sorry, yeah, but fuck.
That is wild.
That was such a good story.
I love fucking stories like that.
That was good.
He
Mhm.
set it on a table and it fucking shattered. See,
Shattered.
that's the see. Oh, but then I'm like also such an atheist where I'm like, it doesn't. There's no such thing. But then it's like, no, there are other like demons at play.
I don't even think you need to believe in. I mean, I don't know. I don't think
don't
you need
know.
to believe in God to believe in ghosts.
But then what are these like satanic spirits? What are these like demons that are?
I think that there's. I mean, okay, our friend Monterey Martinez, another hilarious comic. She is very spiritually in tune, and she was telling us some of her stories, and like with like they're just. I'm forgetting exactly how she phrased it, but she was saying that there are like spirits that are unhappy that they're like trapped here, or it was something like that. I feel like I'm butchering it, but basically she was saying that spirits get like they can get like really angry if like they died before they were ready,
Crazy.
or maybe if they have like some vengeance or something, and then like they like take it out on humans.
To be stuck in that weird in between spirit world. It's like, come on, move on.
I know, drop it.
Stop eating girls out. You're
Well, that's
dead.
a nightmare, right? It's like when you want to like die and like go off in peace, right?
Mhm.
So like the everybody's biggest nightmare is to be fucking stuck here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
You're like,
Right.
fuck, I already did my time.
Yeah.
I
And my-
downloaded this fucking app. I saw this on TikTok. It's so funny that I do this stuff and I say I don't believe in ghosts, but I
know.
downloaded this fucking app. It's called Necrophonics. And it's like you can like supposedly like channel ghosts on it.
It does, yeah, doesn't it like
Do I still have? Did I delete Necrophonics? I think I deleted. Oh no, here it is. Let's see. Let me see if anything comes up.
Okay.
You know, who knows if it's.
Yeah. Let's
Let's see. Let's see.
there's
if
a ghost munching lead right now.
Necrophonic. This is the app Necrophonic.
Okay,
if
looks
anybody
cool.
knows anything, so you press start.
Mhm.
Very demonic looking.
Yeah.
So you press. So there's an echo, reverb, and white noise. So you can press all these, and if there's any kind of movement, spiritual movement in the room, it like makes weird noises.
Okay.
I've only ever heard it work in my room. I've tried it in other places.
We need to try it in my closet.
I know we should try it in your room when we get home. Hi, is anybody here? Hey,
Hey.
hey, ghosties. Are you here?
Okay, so I did have a weird thing in that last apartment in that building
Mhm.
where it was like the pinnacle of my drug use.
Okay.
And I seriously think that I had like a ghost that lived with me. And he loved when he like would inhabit my body when I was too high. And I think that and I honestly believe that it led to like the height of like the chronic masturbation. I think he was like a sex addict, drug addict ghost. I think that he had OD'd in the building, and when I got too high and open, he would inhabit my body and just jerk off
And
for
use it as a
hours.
vessel.
Yeah,
He's like,
use
all
it
right,
as a
finally I
vessel
can get mine.
for
So technically you were jerked off by a ghost.
So technically, you
Technically,
were
I
jerked
guess.
off by a ghost, and here you were saying Necrophonic isn't doing anything.
And I bought this tapestry that I like a lot, and I was
Mhm.
thinking about putting it behind me here, but when I bought it and put it up, I realized that it gave him a face. It had this like evil face. It has this
No.
like I'll show it to you after.
Okay.
Has this like evil face on it that I own. When I saw it, I was like, oh, I love it because it has all these smiling faces on it.
Mhm.
And then when I got it, it had this demon face on it, and I think it was his face. And he stopped fucking with me after he got a face.
Here you are saying you've never had a paranormal experience, and then yet you come
then
out
you
with
have-
Mr. Chronic Masturbator.
Yeah.
It's a weird one. I didn't want to open the
You
show.
have a
with
story
it, but-
coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
Ow!
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All that to say that all of that just to admit that you are a chronic masturbator.
Well, yeah. That's what got me sober. Really, was the embarrassment of fucking chronically
That's
masturbating like that.
Why? But okay,
Well, congratulations again.
It's a common story too, so you're not alone out there.
Did
if
you
you're listening.
stop after you moved out of that apartment?
Pretty much, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, not to that extent. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, I believe it. Sold.
But I mean, I moved out of that apartment sober too. So it was like,
Right. Okay.
yeah, it was literally the apartment I lived right before I moved out here.
You were living with, a variety of demons.
She
It
lived
is
in that
crazy to
apartment
think that
for,
like
4
wherever
years.
you've lived, people have like been in that space before and
Mhm.
like maybe somebody died. Who knows?
Oh my God, my friend had someone murdered in his apartment.
Nope.
Not he
Nope.
didn't. Well,
No,
okay,
no.
he didn't have them murdered, but someone
Yeah.
someone was murdered.
Like before he moved in there.
Yeah, before he moved in. It was in Koreatown. It was before he moved in, and someone was apparently like brutally murdered in the bathroom.
Stop.
And he said that he would wake up like every night at like 3 a.m., 3:33 a.m.
No.
to someone screaming, and there was no one ever around.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Would you move into a place if you knew that somebody had been murdered in it?
Nope.
No.
Not if
Don't
I
they
knew.
legally have to tell you? I feel like some places don't.
Not
but
rentals if you buy.
really. If
Really?
you buy. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They don't have to tell you somebody died in it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next one. So when I was a teenager, my family, dad, sister, stepmother, and stepbrother all moved into a new house. It was nice and in a cute neighborhood. We all got our own bedroom. We were all stoked about it. Shortly after moving in, we started noticing some weird stuff happening. It was all pretty mild at first. In the morning, we'd wake up, we'd walk down the hall, and you could smell coffee and sausage coming from the kitchen as if someone was making it at that moment. Get to the kitchen, the smell goes away immediately. No one is cooking. The coffee machine is bone dry. We don't even have any sausage in the house. Oh, well, maybe the smell is coming from a neighbor. Nope, the windows are shut. This happened a lot until he stepped up his game. If you ever did your laundry alone, it will never get done either. Our washer and dryer was in our garage, and once you'd start it, walk away, it would somehow open the doors. So when you came back, you were greeted with an open washer and dryer and dirty, wet clothes that never cycled.
No, that's a real nightmare.
But he wasn't done. The room behind the garage was added on. We called it the bonus room. I know, so original. It was the kids' living room, game room, catch-all. It also had a doorway to the kitchen dining room area. This was visible from the living room where I was one night. I was watching TV. I heard a tapping on the floor, as if like calling attention to a dog or something. It shook me for a moment, but I shrugged it off. A few minutes went by, and then it happened again, but louder and definitely clearer. We did some investigating of who lived here before. There was an older gentleman who built the bonus room onto the house, and he died in it. Ah, see, there it
No.
is. There it is. Side note, I was watching TV in the bonus room late one night. You know how in between the commercials, the screen goes black? I saw a figure standing behind me smoking a cigar.
Shut up.
Fuck off.
No one spent time in the bonus room long after that. It ended up just being an extra storage. We put a door up in the doorway adjoining the dining room to it, and we always kept it shut. But yeah, that was my little ghost story. It was weird living in that house. No one ever believed us that our house was haunted until they spoke to our parents. LOL, I don't believe in ghosts. I didn't believe in ghosts until we lived there. There was never an explanation for it. He wasn't a bad ghost, just really annoying. Probably just a stinky, grouchy old man.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
There's a stinky, grouchy old
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
That's kind of cute.
That is kind of cute.
He can stay.
He can stay. Let's see.
You should have offered him like little treats, like Santa.
Yeah, give him like a recliner,
Yeah.
Yeah, leave out a cigar box for him.
some fresh coffee.
Some fresh coffee, a cigar.
Okay. This one's called Spooky Stuff. You guys ready?
Yeah.
I feel like ghosts, death, etc. have followed me my entire life. Although I have a million of the most haunting experiences I've ever had started in the okay, fucking hold on. Although I have a million, the most haunting experiences I've ever had started in the home I grew up in.
Okay.
Sometimes when I'm reading, I feel like I'm gonna black out.
You want to know what I was actually just thinking?
What?
I can't read, so
I'm
glad
so
that
grateful that
read.
you're reading. I just was.
Yeah.
I'm not even. I'm like. I'm staying present, but I did have like one little like doo where I'm like, oh, thank God, Gab's reading.
I know it's a lot. Sometimes I feel like I'm gonna pass out. Sometimes
You have a very great reading voice.
Oh, thank you so
when
much.
I edit, I'm always very impressed with how you read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, guys, thank you so much.
Yeah. I would be
Thanks.
stuttering and I get nervous,
Yeah,
and then I'm
I
like,
can't read at all. Yeah.
Thanks.
Like I read with punctuation.
yeah. Spooky story.
Period. Okay.
Even
So
though. Okay.
this is. I feel like we're not having a whole lot of laughs in this one, but it's pretty.
I'm entertained.
Are you? Are we
Yeah.
entertained?
Yeah.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah. I guess I'm just spiraling
I
into my
purposely
head.
did not get super caffeinated today because I feel like the last few
Yeah.
I've gotten kind of like a little too riled up. And so what were you saying?
Okay. My family loves to tell me the story of when I was an infant, and my brother, 10 years older than me, woke up to pee in the middle of the night and then woke up my mom telling her he saw a woman walk through my bedroom door. My mom said she was so terrified, and she said, God bless and let me deal with that one on my own. I have countless. Wait, so you were a baby and your mom was just like, God bless, and just like,
Wait,
was
can
like,
you read that one more time?
yeah, I sure can. Okay. 10 years old, my brother, 10 years older than me, woke up to pee in the middle of the night and then woke my mom up.
Wait, can I say something?
Yeah.
When you said woke up to pee, I thought he woke up to someone peeing on him.
Oh,
I thought it was like piss play for
Oh,
the
no.
ghost.
Wrong episode.
Okay.
yeah, wrong episode.
Okay.
10 years older than me, woke up to pee in the middle of the night and then woke my mom up telling her he saw a woman walk through my bedroom door.
Oh.
My mom said she was so terrified. She said, God bless and let me deal with that one on my own. So your mom was just like, fuck it.
Your mom was like, I'm staying numb for this one.
I'm
Fuck
not, I
that.
can't do this. She's not that important. I'll have another one.
Yeah.
I have countless stories from that home, but so many nights of hearing laughter up and down the halls, running, door slamming, controlling lights with our voices, weird, spooky shit constantly. My family then moved when I was around 12 out of state. No real spooky experiences at this new house, but this place had some weird vibes. My stepmom got crazy sick here, suffering from a brain aneurysm and a stroke. Something just never felt comfortable. We ended up selling that house to a seemingly normal guy who had a young daughter. Shortly after, we learned he had gone crazy, shot and murdered his daughter, and killed himself in that house. I had moved into my own. That's so dark.
That's pitch black dark.
Yeah, it is. I had moved into my own place after that as I had graduated high school, a small little apartment. My neighbors were an elderly couple. The man ended up murdering his wife.
Jesus.
It was considered a mercy killing as she was suffering from cancer.
A
He-
mercy kill. Thanks, honey.
Now, maybe she did ask for it. Who knows? Well, he was
She was
given.
asking for it.
Okay, he was given. He was given house arrest. Believe he was close to 90. One
Oh.
day, going out to my parking spot, things got weird. He had gone to his car and killed himself inside,
Okay, the man was a menace.
which was parked next to mine. It's been a few years where no spooky stuff, murder, death has followed me. I'm now a homeowner and hope the ghosts stay away because these home prices, I can't afford to move, even if they don't.
Get some
Just
sage.
Fudge
Fuck.
that shit, yeah.
That was a wild one.
That was really dark. Fuck. Jesus.
I wonder though, because you always see those like movies, like the haunted house movies where the families go crazy and stuff. Like, does that, like, is there like a dark energy in these homes that really make like this guy shot and murdered his daughter and then killed himself? Like, are there homes that just make people go fucking nuts? There's like
Okay.
spirits in them.
Well, have you ever walked in to a different but kind of the same? Have you ever walked into a room after someone's had an argument? Like a big argument? You can feel that energy.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
if so, I totally believe that there would be dark energy.
Or like even just when somebody's talking about you, and you
Yeah.
walk in.
Yeah,
and
you can
feel it.
sense that. There's
Yeah.
energy all like you don't even have to be religious or anything for this shit. Like energy is all around us.
Yeah,
And
it's true.
I do think that dark energy lingers because like
But
positive.
what about
There's nowhere
the
to
pussy
go.
eating ghost?
that she can
She was
linger
a
as
light.
long as she wants.
She was a light energy.
Take your
I feel like
time.
I
there are,
don't know. That seems creepy, dark weirdness
She
to
should
me.
do like a master class.
Yeah, that's a little.
huh?
Yeah.
Okay, my dad was waiting for us to call him, so I'm gonna call him. Oh, this is crazy. Okay, so we're calling my dad, who had a twin brother that passed. He's gonna tell the story of how he passed, and it is an emotional story, but it's a wild story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What if I was like, it's not actually that emotional? So what?
What if you were like, God, you guys, I have the most hilarious story.
It's so funny. It's also kind of boring. Ugh, my dad's
You like
such
come
a
out as a
crybaby.
sociopath on the pod.
Like,
Get a load of this guy.
Good afternoon, CDC. Have you had your shot yet?
okay, stop, stop. He's really he's trying to shine for this. Okay, so we have you live on the podcast.
But I'm not live.
You are live.
Yeah, you are live. We're all listening in. And you're.
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean you're not live?
I'm in a real dead space right here, man.
Yeah. Okay. So we're doing this episode. Everybody who's listening, this is my dad, and yay.
Yay.
COVID survivor. Check out his Facebook. He has a lot of good content on there. John Lamb. If you love looking at cars and women with big tits, you know where to go. My dad's got all the content for you.
In that order.
All right, I'm gonna friend you after this episode, John.
Yeah. So yeah, everybody go ahead and friend my dad. So we're talking about like paranormal and ghost stories, and you said that you would be willing to share yours about the premonitions you had about your brother.
You seriously really want to hear that?
Yeah, you said it was okay to talk about.
Well, okay.
Because it's really it's a compelling story.
Okay, well we'll start from the top. First of all,
Okay.
as you know, I was an identical twin. We were so close together. I have no idea. You know, there's a picture of Dave and I. You know, before 10, I used to have to ask my mom, which one's me? I couldn't even tell. That's how close we were.
Mm.
And so as infants, we had our own language, which was pretty cool because we could tell everybody to fuck off and they wouldn't know it. And baby talk, of course. So we were pretty connected because we sort of just took it for granted our kind of ESP sort of life because we were identical twins. I mean, if I left in the morning and Dave left the same time and he went north and I went south and somebody said, "Hey, where's Dave?" I said, "Oh, he's be down in Encinitas or something." So he's in a parking lot in Santa Cruz talking to a couple of girls, that kind of thing.
You could see what he was doing.
Oh, positive. Oh, yeah. I always knew what he was doing.
That's right. That's wild.
Yeah, but we just took it for granted because we were, that we were identical twins. So let me see. We were 19 years old, and a friend of ours. Excuse me for the cough. I got COVID. I'm going to die in about 2 hours. It's really fun. You know what? It's a great way to lose weight. It's a COVID weight loss program.
Yeah, that's cool.
So anyway, unfortunately, we had a good friend, and his older brother, who everybody looked up to, was killed in an auto accident. And the first premonition I had, because I started having premonitions. My brother died when we were 19 in some horrible auto accident, and I got to witness it all. So that's why I do all these wacky paintings of blood and stuff dripping everywhere.
No, you don't.
I'm kidding. Anyway.
He's never done that. Okay.
So anyway, we'll get back to we'll get serious here.
Yeah.
So our friend's brother died, and when I got in the car to go to his funeral, I had my first premonition, and it was really weird because I just got in the car and
you were with Dave.
Yeah, Dave and a couple of friends.
Okay.
We all piled in this old panel truck, and it was Kenny Blevins' car, in fact. And we go, I wonder if this many people. Then we got to the guy's funeral. I went, I wonder if this many people will show up at Dave's funeral. And it just kind of popped into my head. And I'm like, what in the world? Where did that come from? So I was spooked. Just that thought kind of crept into my head. So after a couple of months, I started having these weird dreams. First, it was, and they're all, fatal car accident dreams. And there was 3 of us involved: my dad, my brother, and me. And so as the dreams progressed, they would get a little closer. I'd have one. My first one happened, and the next one happened about a month later. Then the next one happened about 3 weeks later. Next one 2 weeks, and so forth. So I got to the point to where I was having these dreams like every night, like a couple of weeks prior to the accident, and each dream had a bit of the accident in it. I mean, like there was, and it was going, and it started with just my brother, then my dad, my brother, my dad. Then pretty soon the old man was out of it. Then it was just my brother I'd have these dreams about. And then one was he was coming down an on-ramp or an off-ramp and spun out and hit a telephone pole. That was really weird. And but it wasn't my brother that was killed. There was a guy named Dave. God, his name was Dave Ashworth. That's right. And there's some friend of ours. And my brother's name was Dave. And anyway, that was a weird dream. And then as we got closer to the date of the dream, it was, I'd have these dreams every other night. I mean, as we got closer to the accident, and started having these dreams a couple of times a week, and they were all just different weird kind of accident dreams. Then the night before the accident was absolutely the strongest, and I was the only one driving. And I'm sitting, and we had this little Toyota station wagon, and it was new at the time. I think it was 72 or something. It was 71 Toyota station wagon, and it was a small car, and that's important for the dream. So I'm sitting in this wagon, and I'm waiting at a stoplight, and it's up on a hill. And all of a sudden, I see this blue 1936 Citroen Hearse go by. And I go, oh my God, this is 1936 blue Citroen Hearse. And I don't even know if the damn car exists, but it was in the dream. And I'm like, look at that thing. Because I'm kind of a car guy. And then all of a sudden, there's a green one, exactly identical to it. And now I'm going, holy smokes, there's 2 of them. I'm watching these old cars go, chugging on by. And as they go by, I'm so enthralled in them. My foot kind of slips off the brake, and I go across, and the car kind of slides across the street while I'm looking at the car. Next thing you know, I'm going over a cliff. It's about a 60-foot cliff. I thought I was a goner. And then all of a sudden, as I'm falling, I'm thinking this is it. All of a sudden, I'm caught in a tree. And as I wake up, the windows in the bedroom, because I'm flopping around the car as it's going down. And I wake up, and the rooms in the bedroom kind of look like the windows of the car, so it kind of freaked me out. And I thought, oof. And we were going to drive our car that day. And all I said to my brother was, gee, I had a dream I wrecked the car last night. And that's all I said. Then we were going to drive, and my dad said, hey, why don't you guys let your buddy drive today? And I went, phew, that's good. I'm going to let Noel drive.
Because you guys are going to the beach or something, right?
Yeah, we were heading down to the beach. And so Noel pulls up. He had a Volkswagen Squareback, and it's kind of the same size and configuration as the Toyota wagon that we had. And my dad said, nah, why don't you guys let Noel drive? And I thought, no problem. So I was all stoked because I was kind of still freaked out about the dream. And so I grabbed my astronomy book because we had a test the next day. So I grabbed my astronomy book and sat in the front seat. I was going to, go through it. Then Dave comes running out and grabs a book out of my hand. We both had the same class. Grabbed the book out of my hand and said, oh, this is my book. So he grabbed it out and I went, oh, man. So I read and got my book and come back, and Dave's sitting shotgun. And that's where the accident happened. So, I mean, whoever was sitting in the seat, they got it. Didn't matter how you got there. So, damn. So I just crawled in the back seat. And then next thing you know, we're, driving down the highway, and, I'm in the back reading my book, and I look up over the book and I see this log. It was a telephone pole. It was right in front of us, and the driver went to pass it just as the log was, making a turn. So the log swung out and took the top off the car. And but just moments before the accident, just moments before the impact, every single dream that I had just sort of went just all got it up into one, and I knew exactly what was going to happen a couple of split seconds before it actually happened. So each dream supplied like a certain element of the film, like David Ashworth, crashing, hitting a telephone pole. Where there's, it was a telephone pole that went to the car, but all the dreams had little elements like that in it. Take too long. So that was freaky. So it kind of prepared me for it, and then the real freaky part was the like when we had the funeral, the night of the funeral. I'm lying in bed, and all of a sudden, I'm motionless, and I'm staring, and there's no like roof on the ceiling. It's all just a starscape. I'm looking up at the sky, and at the end of the bed was this like 20-foot high silhouette of my brother or me, whichever one it was. And there it was. I'm sitting this stiff in bed, can't move, looking up at the sky with this 20-foot silhouette. And he waved. He kind of waved, like I'm out of here.
No.
And that was it. And disappeared. And anyway, that's my paranormal story.
Oh my God.
And then,
And that was it after that, and you never really had another dream about him again.
I dreamt about him occasionally, but not much. Not much. Not much. He never came back to visit, or I never felt like he did.
And you never brought up the dreams to him before the accident?
No, never did. No, just the morning of the accident, I just said,
Yeah.
I said, ooh, I had a dream I wrecked the car last night. Ooh.
Wow. I didn't know the part about you going to the funeral and having that thought. That's really scary and weird.
Yeah, well, that was the first one. And it was just such a weird ass thought that I, stuck with me.
That is so scary.
I know, isn't it weird?
Yeah, it is. I wonder, it's just a weird thing that it like kind of prepare. I don't know. It's just we're talking about like what are these premonitions that people have, and that's so scary and weird.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know how the brain comes up with it. It's almost like it knew it was going to happen, like it was predestined, or
Yeah.
I don't know what the heck it is.
Yeah.
But it's it ain't something that you can just ignore, because it's right there in front of you, and
God.
just hard to say, well, nothing to see here, keep moving. No, there is something to see here. Now, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, that was sort of a turning stone in my life.
Yeah, of course.
I bet.
If anybody had an excuse to live behind a dumpster and eat rotten food, I did.
Yeah.
Make noises in the night.
Hey, John, Lee here.
This is
what?
the podcast producer.
Hey, John.
Oh, okay.
I have a question for you. Have you had deja vu since then, or did you get like deja vu other than these dreams? Have you had?
I get it. I still get it occasionally.
And
I still have deja vu occasionally.
And when you were in the accident and all these dreams kind of compiled on top of you like that, did it feel similar to that deja vu feeling?
No, not really. I mean, it's something that, I've always lived with, and I've just taken it for granted. So when that kind of thing pops up, it's just there. it's just something that you know, it's just there, and you.
Yeah, that's what, because I get deja vu a lot, and I was wondering if the connecting the dreams, if that felt similar, or this was just a whole new level of kind of premonition.
Yeah, I think it's just, I think it's in the same level as premonitions. I think it occupies that same space in our brain that we don't know what's there.
It's almost in a way too. It's as if something was preparing you. You
Mhm.
know,
Yeah. Then this whole question of predestiny comes into mind. It's like,
right?
have I been here before? And that's what kind of deja vu sort of,
Yeah,
knuckles up against you and rears its funny little head. You go, yeah, really?
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, but it all kind of is the same thing.
God,
It's,
makes you think that there is something else out there at work.
Mhm.
well, yeah. I mean, I've had so many close calls and so many instances. I'm sure we all have.
Yeah,
It's just going like, you got a guardian angel watching over you,
yeah.
making sure you don't do stupid stuff.
God, what a weird and crazy thing to have experienced. Well, thank you for telling us that story.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah,
so
I
much.
haven't. Oh, you're so welcome.
I'll call you after I'll call you after we're done shooting the episode, but I really appreciate you sharing that with us.
Okay, I got a bombshell. I was just kidding.
Okay, bye.
No, I'm kidding.
He never had a brother. This is all made up.
I was never born. No, I was dead serious.
Yeah, I know you are.
Well, thank you, honey. I appreciate it.
All right, love you. I'll call
I
you
love
later.
too.
Bye, John.
Okay.
Happy New Year.
Bye-bye, Harper.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Lee. See you guys. See you
Bye.
guys next year.
All right,
Nice to meet
love
you,
you.
John.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Wow, wild, right?
Because I didn't hear the story. Gabby and I were talking
Yeah, it was wild.
before we got here today, and like you told me the spark notes of it, but yeah, I had no idea it was that detail. Like, oh my
I
god!
know, like the last minute switch of him and my dad switching seats and shit. What the fuck?
And then all the dreams playing like a smash cut right before.
Yeah, my dad was in the car for the whole thing. It was so
The
fucking
trauma.
the trauma.
And that's not only just losing your brother, but it sounds like he was extremely close to his
Oh
brother.
yeah,
And your
identical twin. Yeah. Whew.
I think twins are so fascinating.
They are
too.
really fascinating. Yeah.
Do you guys have other twins in your family?
It skips a generation for me. So my dad's grandma was a twin. So I've always felt super connected to, if I have kids, they're going to be twins.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I don't have twins in my family.
I have cousins that are twins. I have, I think there's the one uncle has twins, and then my aunt has, or no, I think my aunt has triplets and twins.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
God, how does your body even do that?
I know.
Okay, fuck. Okay, before we get out of here, that my dad's story reminded me. I have an ex-boyfriend who died, and the story with that was so weird because he and I had a very like tumultuous breakup. He moved to San Francisco, and then like we didn't talk for like a year, and then he contacted me like out of the blue. He died like 5 years ago, and he contacted me and out of nowhere and was like, "Hey, I'm moving back to LA. We should meet up." And I was like, "Oh yeah, fuck yeah." His name is Phil. And I was like, "Great. Yeah, sure. I would love to see you, catch up." So he moves back to LA. We meet up one night for dinner and we have like such a good time and we like talk about all of these things and we're like having fun and it's so cool. And I'm like, "What the fuck? Why did we, this was such a fun like relationship. Whatever happened, blah, blah, blah." And he was like, at the end of the night, we part ways and we had like kind of been texting for the next few days after that. And then one night he texted me and I was out with my friends and I was eating dinner and he was like, we were just talking and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm out at this place having drinks with my friends." And he sent me a picture of himself. And I was like, I read it and I was like, I'll respond to him in the morning, blah, blah, blah. And the next morning I didn't text him back. The next morning I get a call from our friend and she was like, "Hey, Phil died last night." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And she was like, on his way home, he crashed into a telephone pole by himself, flipped his car and died. And it was so fucking weird. it was such a bizarre thing. His mom said they had his phone. She said that I was the last person that he had reached out to, which was that was a weird thing to like feel. Um, and it was just so strange to me, like how we hadn't spoken in so long. And then he like moves back here and then like kind of like says goodbye in a way to like everybody and then like passed. And I remember like I went back on Facebook and he and I used to like joke. He and I would joke around all the time to be like, oh, if we die, we're dying in a car accident together. And I went back and I saw like that he like wrote that on my Facebook wall. And he like posted pictures of the car that he died in. And it was just like and then like, seeing all of that and then going back to that, I was like, whoa. What the like that kind of weird premonition shit. Like things kind of tell you, like the universe kind of whispers to you.
Gives you hints, if you will.
Yeah. And then he died in that fucking car.
Jesus.
So always text them back.
And don't text and drive.
Yeah. So weird. So weird.
So weird. So heavy.
And
no punctuation because you don't want people to think you're mad at you.
And no punctuation. So there was no period at the end of that.
Yeah, there was no period.
It's open-ended. And if Phil, if you're up there listening. Oh yeah, we had our friend.
I wrote a joke. I wanted you to okay.
Yeah, I had a joke about him dying or some shit about having like an ex-boyfriend. And our friend Monterey, who is like a psychic, came over and gave us like psychic readings. And she was like, I'm getting like a guy. He's like coming in, like a young guy, like you were in college. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, he told me to like write a better joke. And I was like, what the fuck? But then I was like, did she make that up because she saw me do that bit and it bombed? But like, Phil, if you watched it, I haven't done that joke since then because you really got in my fucking head.
You haven't?
I haven't. I like that joke too. She said, write a better joke.
Take it back to the notebook. Punch it up.
Yeah.
All right. So you had asked if there was any advice that people wanted to give us.
Oh.
Do you want to close with that?
Sure.
Let's lose the headphones. You guys are stiff with the headphones.
Oh, we're stiff with the head. Can you hear us now, though?
Yeah.
Honey, and that's on stiff.
Stiff with the headphones. Okay.
He said, free my girls.
Yeah.
He said, hashtag Lee's girls will not be. Oh.
I just want to also let you guys know that after talking to my dad, he just sent me a text message that says 71-year-old woman poops 48 pounds of belly fat. So really emotional for him.
So did anyone else just get really hungry or?
So really emotional. Thank you, Dad, for sharing that.
Yeah, he is tapped in.
Yeah, incredible. Okay. So some advice that we got from people: pee after sex.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, good advice.
Great advice.
Yeah. For men too.
Is that true?
Yeah, for men too.
Yep.
Use sunscreen every day, even when not going out. Take a before and after pic over 6 months.
Yes.
I just started doing sunscreen a couple months ago. My skin is like 1,000 times better.
And get your neck, chest, and hands.
Why is that such a thing? Even if you're not going out, why sunscreen?
If you're sitting by a window, it just protects your skin.
Yeah, UV. Any UV.
Yeah,
great.
And it's a great moisturizer.
And it can and not even just direct sunlight off of reflections. You can get you can get UV that
driving
way
in the car. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was a good one. Tall, skinny guys almost always packing. I've tested this.
No, their thighs are just smaller.
I'm gonna say no to that one.
Really? I think that is usually
tall, skinny guys are always no.
It's okay to ask for help.
It is okay to ask for help.
It's preferable.
Actually, Gabby,
yeah.
Can I share this?
Yeah.
Gabby asked for help the other night, and I was really proud of you.
When
you needed help.
Oh yeah, I did need help.
So
and it was really vulnerable.
Our sweet tender Gabrielle Allen Lamb.
Yeah.
Wrecked that toilet. She just fucking deuced it.
I mean, there was poop to the brim.
Yeah, to the brim. It was one-way ticket to Browntown, and Gabby built. And she treated that toilet bowl like The Sims, and she fucking built that city up to the fucking brim. She fucking packed those brown logs in there one by one. Lincoln Lodge doesn't have shit on you.
We had a household full of people.
Yeah. We did have a house full of people.
Yeah.
Some boyfriends, some friends.
Yeah. Was Blair there for that?
Yeah, and some new friends
New
for you.
friends.
And
First
sweet
night
friend
meeting
for me.
Blair.
Yeah, first time meeting my friend Blair. Became our friend. Sweet. But so Gabby just fucking like lodged that toilet full of her sweet brown bricks. And she said, "Oh no, there's something wrong with the pipe. Hey, ding, ding, ding. It's not the pipe, babes."
Full of shit.
Yeah, it's just full of your just cement shit. And Gabby, you were vulnerable enough to ask our helpful, sweet, sweet, sweet roommate Joy.
For
Y'all
help.
know Joy. We talk about it, that little girl.
For plunging.
And to teach you the proper plunging technique.
I didn't know how to plunge.
You were the little engine that could, and you gave it your best.
Pull out.
You pull out. Going at an
I was
angle.
afraid. I was afraid of the poop water splashing back up on me.
Oh.
Well,
a risk.
because
It is a risk.
you were probably going in there and like, trying to like abracadabra the shit away. And we can't do that, can we? So it's little pulses with a strong arm.
Yes.
I used to babysit.
Could have
and
fooled me.
You have to like get it. You have to like feel the suction.
Feel the suction.
Nah.
Well, you did though. And
Well, I
nah,
didn't
nah.
because I still did it wrong, and then Joy had to go in there and plunge it for me.
but you asked for help in front of everyone.
So yeah, you could call me.
Miss Shit Streak. And-
I do deserve a Nobel Peace Prize for that one. A purple heart, if you will.
A purple heart, a brown heart. But
Reaching
yeah.
out.
Okay,
Gorgeous.
gorgeous. If you guys liked this show and liked our little stories and our little ghosty tales, then tell a friend, tell someone that doesn't believe in ghosts, tell your hottest cousin, tell your ugliest cousin, tell your friends with uneven tits, tell your tall, skinny friends with big honking hogs.
Tell your girls with big labias. Tell your girls with little labias.
Yeah, this podcast is for the little labies and also the roast beef labes and
yeah.
and the big dick babes. What? And subscribe anywhere you can.
Join
Lee just got a new camera. We're on the up and up.
We're on the up and up. Join our fucking Patreon, which we're going to go into right now.
Yeah, the Patreon.
We have a lot more juicy goodies in there.
Yeah, we kind of like, y'all think we're unhinged on here. We go the fuck off on Patreon.
Yeah, the things that we couldn't get to in this episode, we'll unleash in the next one and also give you advice and blah, blah, blah. So subscribe to the Patreon. Only $5 a month.
We edit this podcast. We don't, and by we, I mean Lee.
Very little editing on Patreon.
Yeah, it's just really like uncut.
Yeah, really.
It's uncircumcised
if
on
we're,
Patreon.
if we're like moving stuff around, or otherwise you're getting what we give you.
Love it.
And shout out to the people that DM'd me saying that they started Al-Anon.
It works if you work it and you're worth it.
God grant me the serenity. Goodbye.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
2022. Here's to all your dreams coming true. Bye, guys.